my friends and I decided to have an exciting adventure at Big Woods State Park. We were all eager and ready for a fun hike in the beautiful forest. As we entered the woods, something felt strange right away. It was so eerily silent. No wind rustling the leaves, no birds chirping, not even the sound of animals scurrying about. It was like nature itself was holding its breath. Ignoring the odd silence, we continued along the trail, trying to shake off the feeling of unease. But then, out of nowhere, we noticed a massive creature in the sky. It had butterfly-like wings, but its body was strangely human-shaped. We couldn't believe our eyes. It was like something out of a nightmare. As the creature spotted us, it abruptly stopped in midair, hovering above us. Its gaze locked onto us, and we were frozen with fear. The creature stared at us with unsettling, glowing eyes. Time seemed to slow down as we stood there, paralyzed by its presence. Just as suddenly as it had appeared, the creature turned away and flew off into the dense forest. Its eerie silence returned as it disappeared among the trees. We couldn't believe what we had witnessed, and our hearts were racing with terror. With trembling legs, we decided to leave the woods as fast as we could. The once beautiful forest had become a place of dread and mystery. As we hurried away, we couldn't shake off the feeling that the creature might still be watching us from the shadows. To this day, we can't explain what we saw in those big woods. Was it a ghostly spirit, a mythical creature, or something else entirely? Whatever it was, it left us with a chilling memory that will haunt us forever. And from that day on, we'll always remember the terrifying silence of the forest and the strange creature with butterfly wings that crossed our path. Story 2. Every year, my buddies and I eagerly looked forward to deer hunting season in the forest. It was a tradition we cherished, and it brought us closer together. But one year, a strange and eerie incident changed everything. During one of our hunting trips, while we were sleeping in the forest, I had a really bizarre dream. In the dream, we were all hiking together just like we always did. It was a beautiful day, and we were excited about the hunt. But then, out of nowhere, a woman appeared. She looked ordinary at first, but something about her made me uneasy. She approached me and grabbed my arm tightly, her grip strangely strong. "Follow me," she whispered with an unsettling smile on her face. I tried to shake her off and join my buddies, who were discussing moving to another spot for better deer sightings. But no matter what I did, the woman would not let go of my arms, and she insisted I follow her. Tears would fall from her eyes as I tried to let go. Feeling scared and confused, I tried to call out to my buddies, but it was as if they couldn't hear me. It was like I was trapped in a nightmare. Finally, I woke up with a start, my heart pounding in my chest. The relief of being awake didn't fully take away the sense of dread I felt. Once we returned home, I couldn't shake off the strange dream from my mind. I decided to share it with my mother, hoping she might have some comforting words. To my surprise, she looked genuinely worried and told me to stay away from the forest for the rest of the hunting season. Her concern only added to my anxiety, but I tried to brush it off as an odd coincidence. Despite my mother's warning, my passion for hunting couldn't be quenched. The next weekend, I found myself back in the forest, this time accompanied by my brother. We thought it would be safer to stay in our truck for the night. As soon as I closed my eyes, the same woman from my dream appeared, standing just outside the truck door. Her eerie smile sent shivers down my spine, and my heart raced as she said, "You finally came back. I have been waiting for you." It felt like she knew something I didn't, and the fear was paralyzing. My sudden jolt woke my brother, and he immediately noticed the terror in my eyes. He asked me what was wrong, and hesitantly, I shared the story of the woman from my dreams. To my surprise, he didn't seem surprised. Instead, he told me about a local legend that had been passed down for generations. According to the legend, the forest we were in was said to be haunted by the spirit of a woman who had tragically lost her life there many years ago. She was said to have a powerful attachment to the land and would sometimes appear to those she deemed intruders or unwelcome. My brother's story sent a chill down my spine, and I couldn't help but wonder if the woman in my dreams was the same spirit from the legend. The thought of encountering her again was terrifying, and we both agreed that it was best to leave the area immediately. From that day on, my perspective on the forest and its mysteries changed. While I still cherish the memories of hunting with my buddies, that particular deer season marked the end of our tradition in that haunted forest. Story 3. It was supposed to be a thrilling adventure for my husband and me as we decided to try night fishing for the first time. Excited yet a bit nervous, we made our way to the lake, which required a short walk of about 5 to 8 minutes. The darkness enveloped us, and the air felt heavy with fog. As we made our way, I couldn't help but notice that the lake was situated right next to a small forest. It added an eerie touch to the atmosphere. Equipped with our trusty headlamps, we relied on their feeble beams as our sole source of light. To reach our fishing spot, we had to cross a narrow bridge. It creaked under our weight, creating an unsettling soundtrack to the night. Little did we know that this bridge would become the starting point of our spine-chilling encounter. Unbeknownst to me at the time, my husband's senses were on high alert. He heard something peculiar, a footstep that didn't belong to either of us. However, he chose not to share his unsettling discovery until we were safely away from the lake, driving on the highway where a sense of relief washed over us. It was then that he told me the chilling truth. As we walked along that bridge, he distinctly heard footsteps echoing from behind us. The sound sent shivers down his spine, for it didn't sync up with our own footfalls. Curiosity mixed with growing fear, he turned his head to look in the direction of the noise. To his horror, he saw a group of 4 little children standing on the other side of the bridge. These children, with long hair draped over their pale faces, were dressed in traditional Hmong clothes. They watched us intently, their eyes gleaming eerily in the dim light. It was a sight that sent chills down his spine, as the children appeared to be more than just ordinary kids. Needless to say, we wasted no time in leaving that place, eager to distance ourselves from the eerie presence of those children. With each passing mile, our fear gradually subsided, but the memory of those haunting figures lingered in our minds. The darkness and isolation of the night fishing experience had unveiled a haunting secret that we never anticipated. Now, we're left with unanswered questions and a lingering sense of unease. Who were those children, and what did they want? And most importantly, what dark secrets lay hidden within the depths of that desolate lake? One thing is for certain, our first and last night fishing adventure will forever be etched in our memories as a bone-chilling encounter with the unknown. Story 4. I was a junior in high school, living in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. During the summer break, I used to visit my girlfriend who also lived in Brooklyn Park. Since I didn't have a car, I would either ride my bike or walk to her place. The quickest way was to cross through Palmer Lake. Palmer Lake wasn't a large lake at all. Its deepest part was probably around 5 feet, and it was surrounded by creeks, swampy areas, and trails made of wood chips. One day, as I was walking along the creek, something strange happened that sent shivers down my spine. While walking by the creek on a summer day, I noticed my shoes were untied. Out of nowhere, I noticed a young, beautiful woman's head popping out of the water. She had a mesmerizing yet eerie presence. She called out to me, asking if I wanted to swim with her. I felt a wave of fear wash over me, and my heart started pounding in my chest. I didn't know what to do. The situation felt wrong, and instinct told me to get away as fast as possible. I managed to find my voice and stammered out an excuse, telling her I had somewhere urgent to be. She gave me a piercing stare, her eyes seemingly filled with a mix of longing and something much darker. As I continued walking, a strange silence enveloped the surroundings. I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Against my better judgment, I glanced back, hoping to catch a glimpse of the mysterious woman. To my horror, she was nowhere to be seen. She had vanished into thin air, leaving only ripples on the lake's surface. My heart raced, and a chill crept up my spine. Panic took hold of me, and without hesitation, I sprinted as fast as my legs could carry me, desperate to escape the eerie presence that lingered in Palmer Lake. From that day on, I never dared to cross through Palmer Lake again. The memory of that encounter haunted my dreams, a constant reminder of the unsettling mystery that can lurk in the most unexpected places. And to this day, whenever I pass by a creek or river of water, I can't help but wonder if there's something hidden beneath its calm surface, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim.